Two leading figures in Birmingham's African Caribbean community are calling for a national day of remembrance for those whose lives were blighted or lost through the slave trade. A special church service is being organised to encourage people to honour the lives of their ancestors. Our special correspondent Peter Wilson reports.
It's tight on my face, it's metal rubbing against flesh, it's just restraining.
A slave mask made in the Black Country. Artist and photographer Vanley Burke has a collection of these gruesome reminders. For more than 200 years, Britain was at the heart of a slave trade which brought misery for up to 20 million Africans and untold wealth to a few.
You know, I think it's important that we remember these things. It's important that we talk about them. You know, why is it that we as a group of people are still so passionate about this subject even though it's been so long ago? Because it's not been talked about.
The Reverend Eve Pitts, the first black woman to be ordained in the Church of England, wants us all to remember. At her church in Birchfield, Birmingham, she's preparing a special service on slavery.
If you forget history, you're in serious trouble. You really are. And it's not just about the nice things of history, but we also need to remember those who were not seen as heroes, namely my ancestors, who were not seen as heroes, have been treated by history as victims, been treated as if they're not worth remembering. Well, hi, come on, they are.
Some people, especially white people, might say, well, it's got nothing to do with me in 2016. It's not my fault.
This is not about guilt. I'm really not interested in guilt trips. So, you know, what I say to my bright brothers and sisters is this history of mine, with all its pain and all its horror, is also your history.
And so much of this history is very painful, ugly history.
Yes.
Can you show us some?
It's certainly not pretty, is it, really? This was put in the mouth of a slave, strapped behind their heads, and then their feet was also chained, so you know, the chains would be around the feet. Again, please do not hear this as some kind of self-pity. This is the reality of history.
The Reverend Pitts is calling on the African Caribbean community to celebrate the lives of their ancestors.
When you claim it, you're claiming a bit of yourself. In fact, you're claiming yourself. When we walk away and distance ourselves from that, then it's a denial of who we are.
The service takes place this Sunday at the Holy Trinity Church. Peter Wilson, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.